Hi everyone. Because forgiveness is one way for us to be healthy, we will be talking about it today. Let's find out how we will achieve a forgiving mind. So, in this topic, we only have three main points. So, let's start and see the first one. So, I have a question for you. What is forgiveness? How will you define forgiveness? So, based on one research, psychologists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. So, what's the keyword there? It's regardless, right? So, why regardless? Because forgiveness is not only for the other person involved. When we forgive others, it's not only because they deserve it, but because we deserve peace within ourselves. It's not something we do for other people, but for ourselves to get well and move on. And in that way, we are allowing ourselves to grow as a person. Also, forgiveness has something more to offer than that. It's not only about moving on and letting go. It is offering something positive, such as empathy, compassion, and understanding towards the person who hurt us. Forgiving doesn't make us weak, but it actually proves that we can be a person that we wouldn't thought we could be, because it takes a strong person to forgive another. So, yeah, we're done with the first main point. Let's go to the second one. So, why do we have to practice forgiveness? Let's see the importance of it in our lives. First, forgiveness makes us happier. Although it couldn't change what has already happened, but it could change the way we see things. It is one way for us to be happy and also to give happiness to other people. Second, forgiveness sustains relationship. When our friends inevitably hurt or disappoint us, we tend to hold grudges that makes us less likely to keep connected with them, right? But with forgiveness, it allows us to be able to understand each other despite of misunderstandings. Third, forgiveness boosts kindness and connectedness. It makes us more compassionate and more able to show empathy to our fellow men. Fourth, forgiveness protects our mental health. People who practice forgiveness experience greater improvements in depression, anxiety, and hostility than those who don't. Forgiveness may also play a major role in preventing suicide. And also, it only it doesn't only improve our mental health, but also physically. When we dwell on grudges, our blood pressure and heart rate spike, which are signs of stress, and that could damage our body. But when we forgive, our stress levels drop, and people who are more forgiving are more likely to be protected from the negative health effects of stress. It has been proven that people who are forgiving are more able to improve relationships and tend to have a better and physical mental health. So, last but not the least, how can we achieve forgiveness? So, first, know what forgiveness is and why it matters. So, basically, that's the first two main points we have discussed already. So, let's go to the next one. We should become forgivingly fit. So, how? To be forgivingly fit, there must be a change in our lifestyle. Slowly, we could start a physical exercise routine and build up our forgiving muscles while slowly incorporating regular workouts in our everyday life. Another one is we can start becoming more fit by making a commitment to do no harm. So, what does it mean? In other words, making a conscious effort not to talk disparagingly about those who've hurt us. We don't have to say good things about them, but if we refrain from talking negatively, it will feed the more forgiving side of our heart and mind. So, third, address your inner pain. It's important to figure out who hurt us or and how. This may seem obvious actually, but not every action that causes us suffering is unjust. These hurts have contributed to our inner pain and needed to be acknowledged. And by doing this, it will give us an idea of who needs forgiveness in our lives. And it could actually provide a place to start. So, fourth, develop a forgiving mind through empathy. We must always put ourselves in other people's situation and condition. They may also struggling through some difficulties in their lives, and also they might be vulnerable like us. And recognizing recognizing that we all carry wounds in our hearts can help us open the door to forgiveness, and this could actually help us to understand others more. So, fifth, find meaning in your suffering. Finding meaning to our woundedness is helpful for finding direction and forgiveness. It is also one way for us to be able to cope up through different circumstances and see things clearly. So, sixth, when forgiveness is hard, call upon other strengths. Forgiveness is a process that takes time, patience, and determination. Try not to be harsh on yourself, but be gentle and foster a sense of quiet within and inner acceptance of yourself. Try not to respond to yourself. Try to respond to yourself as you would to someone whom you love deeply. Just as you would start slowly with a new physical exercise routine, it helps if you would build up forgiving muscles slowly, right? While you are incorporating regular workouts in your everyday life. So, yeah, be patient with yourself as well. Seventh, forgive yourself. Most of us tend to be harder on ourselves than we are on others. That's actually true. And we struggle to love ourselves. If we are not feeling lovable because of the actions we've taken, we may need to work on self forgiveness and offer ourselves what we offer to others who have hurt us. We also deserve forgiveness. And yeah, lastly, develop a forgiving heart. Some people may believe that love for another who has harmed us is not possible. But I found that many people who forgive eventually find a way to open their hearts. If we shed bitterness and put love in its place, and then repeat this with many other people would eventually become free to love more widely and deeply. This kind of transformation can create a whole great thing, not only to others but also to ourselves. So, yeah, forgiveness would not only take away those heavy feelings, that has been dwelling deep within us for so long, but it will give us peace of mind as well as healing. If we will learn to forgive, we will be able to experience and enjoy healthier relationships. Feelings of anxiety, stress, and depression will also be reduced, and along with that, we would be able to develop a stronger immune system and build an improved and healthy mental state. So, yeah, before we end this, always remember that forgiveness can heal us and allow us to move on in life with meaning and purpose. Forgiveness matters, and we will be its primary beneficiary. So, thank you guys for listening. I hope you learned something today. So, yeah.